Good morning, my name's Paul, and today we're going to check out the Henry Cowell's Redwood Grove Trail. And I'm inside of a redwood right now. Good morning. Today we're in Felton, California, which is about 15 minutes away from Santa Cruz. Today we're gonna hike one of my favorite hikes, period. It's only 0.8 miles, and let's go check it out. No dogs on this trail. So there's where we started. There is the visitor center. And then right here, you can pick up a trail guide, or if they don't have one, you can just scan that into your phone. A lot of the trees out here are numbered, and that little guide will tell you, it'll tell you a little bit about the tree. So this trail is handicap accessible, 0.8 miles, and apparently some of the most poisonous mushrooms in the world grow right here in this area. So don't harvest any mushrooms here. Elevation change is only 30 feet. Let's officially get going. So if you hear a train in the background, there's Roaring Camp Railroad. You can get a mountain steam train and a beach train. I'm gonna do a completely separate video on that. It's a really fun place. So this river right next to us is the San Lorenzo River, and you can actually see it dump out to the Pacific Ocean around the boardwalk. A lot of Hollywood movies have actually been filmed in this area. Transformers Bumblebee movie was filmed in this area, more specifically on the pipeline right over there. And Netflix's Bird Box with Sandra Bullock was filmed right here. Before this was Henry Cowell State Park, it was a resort, like Welch Resort, and it was really famous. A lot of people came here, including Theodore Roosevelt. And it was only written about. People never really took photos of this place. There was a photojournalist that wanted to come here and take pictures of these beautiful redwoods. But the guy that owned Welch's Resort didn't want him photographing this place unless he gave him a ton of money. The photographer was irritated, went back, didn't get any pictures, didn't know what he was gonna do. So the photojournalist, his next trip to the Santa Cruz area, he decided to go further up and ended up going into Big Basin. He was able to get the pictures that he wanted of those beautiful giants up in Big Basin. He actually started a club that I can't say the name, I'll put it right here. And that club fought for the preservation of these beautiful giants, and we now have Big Basin State Park. And that's kind of the little story of how Big Basin became a state park. And it's the first ever state park. This is pretty cool. This tree has been felled for a long time. There's no more trunk to it, but look at, trees are still growing out of it. I wonder how that works. So this is a loop, and almost getting to the end of this side of the loop before we head back is this tree. They call it the giant, but for years in our family, we call it Big Red. And it even looks like it has like a little overhang where the door would be. It's nearly 300 feet tall. I think it used to be over 300 feet tall, but due to storms, it was topped. The top of it fell off, but it's amazing. It's such an awesome tree. So right after you pass the giant, or we like to call it Big Red, there are some bathrooms that are over here. And then don't miss this, because this is the return trip. However, keep walking just a tad bit further here so you can see the Fremont Tree. So there's the return, there's the bathrooms. There's a little plaque describing the Fremont Tree, and then here it is. So we're inside the Fremont Tree, and this used to be the honeymoon suite back when it was a resort. And right here, this cutout actually used to be a window you could see out of. But over the years, with all the growth, it's grown over. It's very tall, as you can see. I don't see any bats or anything up there, but there's definitely been some fires in here over the years, you can tell. Also, I should bring this up because I don't have to pay for parking. I just walk in there. But if you do park, it's $10 for parking, or a state park pass does work. Sorry about that, I'm gonna interrupt this hiking video just for a second. I forgot there are a lot of little pro tips in the area, fun stuff to see. So I'm gonna show you them right now, and then we're gonna head back on the trail. All right, so I've maybe gone 100 feet past the exit there. And right over here, there's a little grove, and you can get married here. So if you wanna get married among the giants, you can get married right here. You just have to make reservations. Okay, let's do another pro tip too. So there's where you can get married, the little grove of trees. Here is the Pipeline Road. Pipeline Road goes all the way into Roaring Camp, and then it goes all the way to Henry Cowell's campground. It's a fun paved trail, however there are some very steep climbs. When I was training for the half Ironman, I would ride this on my bike, and there's some killer hills up ahead. Anyways, here's the pro tip. This bench right here, when the sun's going down for sunset, there's light rays that come through these chairs, and if you have somebody sit in that bench, it shines right on them. It's an awesome picture. I'll see if I can find it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but if I can, I'll put it here in the video. So next to the train trestle, they don't have it right now, but right here, these stairs leading down, there's a bridge that connects you to the other side over there, but it's not up right now. Usually during the summertime, it's up. Those are just a few notable things to point out. Now, back on the trail. That's to keep the bears and the cougar out. So I say those trash cans are for bears and mountain lion. They do say there's mountain lion up here. I've never seen it. I've been hiking and mountain biking in the Santa Cruz Mountains my whole life. I've heard more so, and I talked about this when we went camping at Big Basin, it's more for the raccoons. They're very skilled, and in fact, if you're camping, they've been known to unzip people's tents. So that would be pretty creepy to be woken up in the middle of the night hearing your zipper unzip and it's a little raccoon out there. But I'm sure if you were in the tent, your last thought would be a raccoon. So it just rained last night and there are banana slugs all over the place. The famous Santa Cruz banana slugs. We saw a couple on our hike into the trail. Some of these trees look like they're leaning just a bit. The interesting thing about redwood trees is their root system. They only go down 6 to 12 inches. That's it. So very shallow root system, but you know, they can be 300 feet tall. Since our little vacation place is so close to this within walking distance, this trail really is magical for me. I've been hiking this my whole life. I've figured out a lot of problems walking this trail by myself early morning. I've come up with quite a few ideas too hiking this, just being in my head walking this trail. Beautiful, and you do see deer. Deer frequent this area all the time. I'm almost to the end of the loop back. Some unique looking trees out here. Gigantic. And just like that, we're back where we started. Just a nice, easy, mellow walk among the giants. I absolutely love it here. One of my favorite walks in the woods. Maybe my favorite. With that being said, now go have an adventure of your own. Oh, and before I leave, I keep forgetting to say this in my videos. Like, share, and subscribe. Makes a big difference, helps my channel out, helps the video get out to the YouTube universe. So now, go have an adventure of your own.